Meanwhile, today in Washington, D.C., President Joe Biden signed several executive orders on racial equity.
Fox 2's Zara Barker is live from our Powers Insurance Bureau to break down those orders. Zara?
On President Joe Biden's sixth full day in office as president and commander-in-chief of the U.S., he signed a series of executive orders. Tuesday, President Joe Biden signed 4 executive orders aimed at advancing racial equity in America.
Systemic racism that has plagued our nation for far, far too long.
He says the actions are a direct response to the protests triggered by the death of George Floyd, and his signatures fulfill one of his campaign promises.
We need criminal justice reform, but that isn't nearly enough. We need to open the promise of America to every American, and that means we need to make the issue of racial equity not just an issue for any one department of government. It has to be the business of the whole of government.
The first executive action signed directs the Department of Housing and Urban Development to redress racially discriminatory federal housing policies. The next order eliminates private prisons, and the third recommits the federal government to tribal sovereignty. And the last one signed condemns and combats racism, xenophobia, and intolerance against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders in the U.S.
And I firmly believe the nation is ready to change, but government has to change as well. We need to make equity and justice part of what we do every day. Today, tomorrow, and every day.
The White House said in a release Tuesday that these actions are just the start, and the president is committed to working with Congress to pass legislation that advances racial equity, including tripling funding for Title I schools.
It's certainly needed in the school systems, but it would definitely be a serious amount of money that would go to mostly urban and rural places.
If passed, Title I district Jennings schools would get billions more because 20 to 40% of its budget is from federal funding.
Hearing that our title funds could triple is an answer to prayers. We literally need every penny that we have, and we have faced a $1.6 million deficit from having money restricted during the pandemic to make the state budget.
And also today, President Joe Biden announced a plan to get more coronavirus vaccination supply all throughout the United States. I'll break down that plan and that announcement coming up, all new right here on Fox 2 News at 10. For now, I'm live from the Powers Insurance Bureau. Zara Barker, Fox 2 News.